Welcome to Spectrum Protect version 8.1. In this version of the Operations Center, you can now utilize streamlined client authentication settings when using the Add Client wizard to register new clients. Now you can choose whether to utilize the LDAP authentication or the local authentication. In addition, in the Operations Center, you can now drill down on the Spectrum Protect server properties and see how the server is configured for LDAP and local authentication. Let's first take a look at the server properties. Go into Servers, select the server, choose Details, drill down on the Properties tab, and in here you'll see the new LDAP information. Remember, LDAP was updated in version 7.1.7, and I do have a YouTube out there showing how to set up LDAP on the Spectrum Protect server. You'll see the LDAP user ID, the URL, and if you have a second URL, that URL as well. In addition, you can see if the LDAP password has been set. Okay, let's go to Clients, and let's go ahead and choose to add a new client. We'll first select the server that we're going to add this to. You can or cannot use SSL. In this case, we won't. For the client name, you'll use either the SAM account name or the user principal name as set up in LDAP. Here we'll use the SAM account name. We'll choose LDAP as our authentication method, and because of that, we won't be asked to enter a password for Spectrum Protect. Remember, we'll get the password and coordinate that with the Active Directory. You'll enter an email address. The next screen shows you the options you need to put in the client options file. This includes the TCP server address for the Spectrum Protect server, the port, and the client node name that's been generated for this client. Choose a policy domain. You can choose one of the already set up schedules. In this case, we don't have any. You can choose a preset option set. And then you can choose your at-risk category for this client. We'll go ahead and take the default and click the Add Client, and you can see we've successfully added the LDAP User 1 client as shows up here. If we drill down and look at the details of that client and look at the properties pages, you will see that the password authentication is now set to LDAP. If you wanted to utilize the user principal name instead of the SAM account name, we can also do that. So here we're using LDAP user 2 and then the complete domain name. Once again, we select LDAP, we give it a contact name and a contact email address, and optionally a remote URL and client-side deduplication. And then we just go through the same setup process as previously. And now you'll see that we have LDAP user 2 at cvtdomain.com, which will be the client name for this client that was registered with the user principal name. So in summary, version 8.1 now allows you to select LDAP as your client authentication method when you are adding a client in the Operations Center. In addition, you can also drill down and look at the Spectrum Protect server properties and see if LDAP has been defined for this particular server. Thank you.